Yeah. 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 Oh, y'all doing, baby? How y'all doing? It's Championship Sunday, baby. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've been waiting all week for this. I'm so unbelievably pumped. Are y'all pumped? I'm pumped. Ah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream for the first game today, the NFC title game between Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. Can the Cinderella story of this incredible Brock Purdy story survive for another week or another 2 weeks, technically? Or will Jalen Hurts, who has really taken the Josh Allen level step up in his game this year and his development this year, and this incredible Philadelphia Eagle football team, can they overcome a tough opponent in the San Francisco 49ers and make it back to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2017? We will find out in the next 3 hours of real time, 60 minutes of game time. And also, just as a reminder, we will be, once this game ends, we will go straight into the live stream of the AFC Championship game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. But that is still about another 3.5 hours away. But here we go. Games like this are where legends are born. Dreams are made here. And here we go. One game away from the Super Bowl. Who will be the NFC representative? We shall see. Kickoff is mere seconds away. The national anthem just finished not too long ago. And here we are. We have yet to see who's going to get the football first. All righty. Here we go. God, I'm so excited for this. I'm so pumped. This should be a really good game. I expect this to be a defensive-oriented game. I'm not expecting too many fireworks. Do I have the right headspace? I think so. All righty. We're all good. We're all good. We have to wait and see who's kicking off in a second. And it's going to be the Niners kicking off. So the Eagles are going to get the football to start this NFC Championship game here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Currently 50 degrees in Philadelphia. Beautiful day for football. Looks like a little rainy a bit, but none too crazy. But Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to get the football first. Robbie Gould is set to kick off. And we are underway here in Philadelphia. And Boston Scott is going to get a return, and he finds a hole, and he's past the 30 down to around the 32-yard line. Really good return to start the game by Boston Scott. And here come the Philadelphia offense. Oh, we're already getting a fight. Jack Stoll, a backup tight end for the Eagles, is already pushing and shoving guys on the 49ers. It's already getting scrappy. We're 6 seconds into the game, and it's already getting scrappy, but here we go. Here we go. Jalen Hurts, like I said, has had a remarkable season this year. And here we go. First play of the game is actually from the 34-yard line of Philadelphia. Shotgun formation. Miles Sanders in the game at running back. Snap to Hurts. Looking. Throws. Completes it to A.J. Brown. His first catch of the game. And he gets wrapped up at the 40-yard line by Travarius Ward. And alrighty. 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 Here we go. Yeah, this team has lived and died through Jalen Hurts this year. We saw it in the games late in the year where he wasn't playing and what was it, Gardner Minshew was in. This offense, while still effective, was not as good and as dominant with Hurts in there. It just shows the development he's had this year. And this play, the second play of the game, is going to be a handoff to Miles Sanders, who needs 4 for the first down, and he picks up 5. And oh no. Oh no. Fred Warner's down for the Niners. Damn. And he looks like he's grabbing at his shoulder. You don't want to see that. 2 plays into the game, and the Niners are at risk of losing arguably their best defensive player. Certainly the captain of that defense. Damn, they're having a commercial break already. Oh, that sucks. Hopefully it's nothing, especially if you're in the Niners. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Because you don't want to lose your defensive captain 2 plays into the game. So hopefully for Niners fans, fingers crossed that it's nothing serious. He was grabbing at his shoulder. Maybe it was a stinger of some kind. I couldn't see anything from the replay. But while we are in commercial break, let's talk about the matchup we have here. So, like I said at the start of the stream, I'm expecting this to be a very defensive-oriented game. I'm not expecting offensive shootout. And if there is, it would probably come through the run game. Eagles arguably the best running team in the NFL this year. Niners have done so much damage on the ground with the addition of Christian McCaffrey at the halfway point of the season, as well as Deebo Samuel, what he can do when you line him up in the backfield. But for the most part, both these teams have incredibly strong defenses. This is a team in the San Francisco 49ers that have arguably the best defense in the NFL, and the Eagles that have star talent across the board on the defensive side of the ball. You know, I said this in the podcast on Wednesday. Howie Roseman has done a fantastic job of building this Eagles team. And just the fact that they got to this point has been incredible. Because you remember, the Eagles at the start of the year, they had a lot of not a really whole lot of expectations. They viewed them as a team as everyone viewed them as a team as somebody that could compete for an NFC's title for sure because they made the postseason last year. But everyone said there's definitely still a long ways to go, and there was a long way to go for Jalen Hurts. And this team just skyrocketed above expectations. And here they are as arguably the best team in the NFL. And we're back from commercial break. Fred Warner is up and walking. He's going into the blue medical tent right now, but he is up and walking, which is good. But here we go. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 46-yard line. Shotgun formation. It's going to be a play action to Sanders. Hurts looking, checks it down to Goddard. Goddard breaks a tackle, but is still able to pick up about a gain of 2 on the play. So far, Hurts is a perfect 2 for 2 to start the game so far. Oop, little air bubble there. But here we are. They're introducing the Niner defense right now. I was talking about how this is the best, arguably the best running team in the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles are offensively. The Niners are incredibly difficult against the run. So here we go. 2nd and 8. Hurts under pressure already, but he escapes it somehow. Hurts looking. He high steps, but he's able to get out of bounds after a gain of 1. That's the thing. This Niners defense, especially their pass rush, is lethal, and Fred Warner's come right back in the game. That's a great sign for Niner fans. Fred Warner out for 2 plays and then jumps straight back into the game. There we go. 3rd and 8 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Can the Niners force a stop here and force the Eagles to punt? The Eagles just 2 yards shy of midfield. Shotgun formation for Hurts once again. Play clock down to 3. They get the snap off. They send the blitz, and the pass is high. Is that completed to A.J. Brown? And they're saying it is. It was at A.J. Brown's feet. We're going to see this, but they just sent all-out pressure. Dre Greenlaw was right in his face. We're going to see this for a second. Oh, yeah, that's a catch. What a nice snag off the turf by A.J. Brown. And that's going to move the sticks. First of all, what a play by Hurts to just get that up in the face of pressure, and what a play by Brown to snag it off the turf. Here we go, though. 1st and 10 now. It's going to be a handoff to Sanders, and yep, gets stuck nowhere. Like I said, this is a very tough defense to run against. Their second best run defense in the NFL. They're the second best run defense in the NFL. So, and their whole, not the entire Eagle offense, but they really thrive off the run game and their dominance through the run game, both with Sanders as well as Hurts. So it's going to be very tricky. That's why this matchup is going to be so interesting to watch. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Play clock down to 3 once again. Snap to Hurts. Looking under pressure again. Steps up, and then he rolls to his right. Trying to direct traffic. Throws, and it is incomplete. Taylor Ufanga picked it off, but he was out of bounds. 3rd and 10 coming up. Ufanga, who had an excellent start to the season and had a lot of hype around him, has sort of teetered off as far as the hype train goes, but he's still been a really good player for this defense. And, yeah, Hurts getting chased by Nick Bosa. That's going to be just Jalen Hurts is going to be just he's going to have to deal with number 97 running at him all game long. Here, 3rd and 10. Play clock down to 2. They just get the snap off. Hurts throws it, and it's short of the sticks, complete to Dallas Goedert, but Hufanga wraps him up about 3 yards shy of the line to gain. And is the offense going to stay out there? The offense is staying out there for the Philadelphia Eagles on a 4th and 3 inside San Francisco territory. Fuck it. It's the NFC Championship game. Why not? You're 1 game away from the Super Bowl. Why not? But here we go. 4th and 3 at the 35-yard line of San Francisco. Here we go. Kenneth Gainwell is the motion man. 5 receivers out wide. Empty set for Hurts. Hurts takes a snap, looking. He rolls to his left, looking, trying to direct traffic. Throws it down the field, and what a catch! What a catch by DeVonta Smith! Holy shit! Whoa! Wait, I gotta see the replay on this to see if he maintains control of this. It's a one-handed snag. What a catch by Smith. And they hurry up to the line, and they get the snap off before they have a chance to review it. Hurts stay all kinds of time back there. Little to no pass rush, and he throws it, and it's incomplete, intended for Kenneth Gainwell. But holy fuck. What a catch by DeVonta Smith on that last play. Backpedaling, one-handed grab, puts him in a goal-to-go situation inside the 5. And now we have a 2nd and goal coming up. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Bro, DeVonta Smith is so fucking good, man. But here we go. It was incomplete on that last play. 2nd and goal now on this upcoming play. Play clock down to 4. 2. They just get the snap-offs. Hand off to Sanders. Sanders walks into the end zone for the touchdown. Miles Sanders. And the Eagles drive down the field and score on the first possession of the game. On a 6-yard scamper from Miles Sanders. And just like that, hold on one moment. Just like that, the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 7-point game. And that play, you could credit that play to being kept alive on the incredible play by DeVonta Smith earlier in the drive on that 4th and 3 deep. And here comes Jake Elliott for the extra point, and Elliott's kick is good. 7-0 ball game to start. Eagles score on the first drive of the game. And hold on one moment. And there we go. 7-0 ball game. Right off the rip. All righty. So, like I said, that was an incredible play by Devontae Smith. But now, as we're in commercial break right now, when we get out of commercial break, we're going to see how Brock Purdy and the 49er offense responds. Now, this is something, whoa, okay. Sorry. Looked like it was frozen on my end for a second. But now, we're going to see how the Niner offense responds. Because the Niners, they have played phenomenal. They're on a, 12-game winning streak right now, regular and postseason. So, with Brock Purdy starting about half of them, so actually a little over half of them. So, this is their first real test in a while because this Eagles team is not they're not a team to fuck around with. And like I said at the start of the stream, they are a very strong team defensively, the Philadelphia Eagles are. So, they have legit, whereas even with the 49ers, that yes, they have the best defense in the NFL, but a lot of that has to come down to their run game and their run defense and their pass rush. Secondary is kind of so-so at times, though they do have good players, not a whole lot of players that scare you in the secondary. Whereas the Eagles, they have star players, all pros, all across the board. So on all three levels, they have guys that are like, all right, we got to stay away from it. But so this is going to be this is really going to be Brock Purdy's first true test as a starter. And we're going to see how this goes. We're still in commercial break right now. We're going to see how wait for them to get out of this. All right, we're now back out of commercial break. They're showing that Devontae Smith grab once again. Oh my God, it was incomplete. He didn't roll it. It hit the ground. Oh my God, Niner fans are going to be fuming. But they didn't have a chance to review it because they ran up and snapped the ball. But usually that should be the sky judge coming in and saying, hey, actually, we saw a different angle. The pass was incomplete. And usually that comes in before they're able to go up and get the snap off. But they did, so they didn't have the chance to review it. So, that's good. The Niners, they're going to be pissed about that later on. But, hey, it's in the past. There's nothing you could do about it now. We still have 3.5 quarters left of this game to try and make up for it if you're the Niners. But here we go. Brock Purdy and the 49er offense now back out for their first drive of the game. Brock Purdy 7-0 as a starter in the NFL. Here we go. And it's the first play in the Niner drive is a completion over in the middle to George Kittle. Going to be tackled just a yard shy of the first down to around the 34-yard line, 33, 34-yard line. So here we are. This Niner offense, I mean, what else is there to say about them? They can attack you in any which way they feel like it. And every single skill player on that team is extremely versatile, which allows them to be so deadly offensively and do whatever they want. Here we go. 2nd and 1. It's going to be a handoff to McCaffrey, and he might be inches short. He got wrapped up at the line. Now he extended a little bit, but he still might be inches short of that. You could be looking at a 3rd and 1, and you are looking at a 3rd and 1, and the Niners are going, hurry up. They're not even letting a chance for a substitution on the Eagles defense. It's a handoff to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey, I think he got it. Looked like he got it. Yep, he got it. That's a first down. All righty. Man, Brock Purdy. I believe Brock Purdy coming to this game is only the eighth rookie quarterback to start in a conference championship game. I think there were 7 others before him. All of them have lost when they got to this stage. There's never been a rookie quarterback that started in a Super Bowl before. Could Purdy be the first? Here we go. 1st and 10. It's a completion of Brandon Ayuk. There's a flag on the play. If it stands, it's going to be a first down for Brandon Ayuk. We're going to see what this flag is in a second. His first penalty of the game. Here you go. Offsides in the defense is going to get declined. So it's offside on the defense, and it's going to be a first down. First down for, oh, God. Hold on one moment. My computer is running low on battery. There we go. We're all good now. Here we are. 1st and 10. And it's going to be a handoff to Debo. Here we go again with these versatile players. Debo is going to get the handoff out of the backfield, and he picks up about a gain of 4 or 5 on that play. It's going to bring up about a 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. All righty. There we go. All righty. Sorry, just checking on a few things there. Here we go. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line. Purdy is under center. Debo is the motion man. And it's going to be a play action fake. Purdy hit as he throws. Ball's in the air. And it is incomplete. It looked like it was going to get picked off, but it was incomplete. Went through the defender's hands. And I think that was Hassan Reddick who got the pressure on him. It was Hassan Reddick. Hit Purdy right as he was throwing it. That's a fumble. His arm was not going forward when he hit that. That's a fumble. Y'all should challenge that. Because if they're going to rule that as a fumble. His arm was not going forward. His arm was back here. Reddick hit it, and that ball popped free. That is a fumble. And if that's a fumble, that was a clear recovery by the Eagles. Which means the Philadelphia Eagles are going to get this football. Yep. Sirianni threw the challenge flag. That's going to be an Eagle football. Eagles are going to get that football. Wow. Well, that was a turn. That was a turn. A play that looked like it was nearly an interception. Now it looks like the Eagles are going to get the football anyway. There we go. All right, we're in commercial break right now, but I can't imagine we're going to be here for long because to me, that was a clear fumble. I don't even want to say to me, that was a clear fumble. But we know the league, they want to milk out their commercial breaks, so we still might be in here for a while, but I can't imagine this review is going to last long whatsoever. The only thing you really got to review is who had the clear recovery, which initially looked like the Eagles. So Man, what a turn already. So the Eagles got bailed out in the first drive by what looked like an amazing catch by Devonta Smith that actually, looking at it afterwards, was actually a drop, but the Eagles got the snap off before they had the chance to review it. And then they punched it into the end zone, and the Niners, who were starting to get a little bit of a good drive going on their first possession of the game, all of a sudden a Brock Purdy fumble. And yep, they're going to confirm that it was a fumble. Clearly a fumble. And yep. And what a heads up play by the defender to pick that up. That was a clear recovery by the Eagles, and the Eagles are going to get the football back now. Just like that. What a turn of events already. With 6:56 left to go in this first quarter. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Eagles now after the turnover. It's going to be a handoff to Sanders, and Sanders tries to bounce to the outside, and he is out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Philadelphia. 2nd down and 9 coming up. Clock is ticking with under 6:45. And Purdy is he getting checked on the sideline for his throwing arm? Now remember, Jimmy Garoppolo is not active for today. But here we go. 2nd and 9 for the Eagles. And it's going to be a play action. Hurts under pressure looking. And he's going to check it down to Stoll. And Stoll gets hit hard by Dre Greenlaw at the 50-yard line. 3rd down coming up. Can the Niners force a 3-and-out to make the turnover mute? And Purdy's getting his right arm looked at after that hit. We're going to see in a second. He looks like he's going to be fine. But here we go. 3rd and 4. Empty set. Kenneth Gainwell was out wide receiver. Now motions back in and lines up to the left. Now to the right of Hurts. To just get the snap off. And it's a handoff to Gainwell. And Gainwell goes nowhere. And the Niners force a 3-and-out. Unless the Eagles choose to stay on offense. And they will not. Out comes the punting unit for the Philadelphia offense. Or the Philadelphia Eagles, excuse me. So, Eagles can't do anything with the turnover. Niners defense stands strong and forces a 3-and-out. So the Niner defense bails out Purdy after the fumble. And here we go. Punt is away. And goes that go out the back of the end zone? And it did. Bounces out the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Niners will get the football at their own 20-yard line. And yep, Brock Purdy's fine. He's coming back into the game. Alrighty, so quite a bit happened in these first couple possessions. So Eagles got bailed out by a drop by Devonta Smith that wasn't labeled as a drop, that we all thought was a catch initially. And then Niners had a good drive going, stopped by the turnover. My apologies. And then the Niners defense forced a 3-and-out. So here we go. It's almost like the drive didn't happen. The Niners could just sit here and pretend like that last drive didn't happen. The turnover didn't happen. So they could just go straight back to offense and let's just go down and try and tie this ball game up, or at least get some points on the board. But that's going to be a lesson. That should be a lesson for Brock Purdy. Granted, he was in the middle of throwing it as he got hit, so you can't really preach ball security there when but it's one of those things where it's like I said this all day last Sunday during the streams of the divisional round, where it's the postseason. Every single play, no matter what point in the game it is gonna come back and make a huge impact on the game. Every single play. It's not like the regular season where it's like, all right, a play happens, all right, you got to hold a ball game to get rid of it. I mean, it's still that way now, but in the playoffs, it feels like it's elevated. Like every single play is heightened, and every single play has that much more importance. Oh, never mind. Schefter. We'll see when we get back from commercial break. Because I'm not going to say this unless we see this, then I'm just never going to follow Adam Schefter ever again if this. And oh my gosh, it's true. Josh Johnson is in at quarterback. And there's Brock telling him he went up to Kyle Shanahan and was like, I can't. And Josh Johnson's in at quarterback. Fuck. So here we go then. Toss to Christian McCaffrey. And McCaffrey picks up a gain about 4 or 5. So it looks like potentially Brock Purdy has been labeled as questionable to return. And yep, he's heading into the locker room. It says he has an elbow injury. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, here we go. 2nd and 6 for the Niners. Johnson is under center at quarterback. And he's right off the rip, under pressure, and sacked it. Did Hassan Reddick take the football out? Or was he already down? Hassan Reddick sacks him. It's going to be 3rd down. Did he have possession of that before Johnson went down? We'll see. Reddick gets there, and he... that's a tough one. That's a tough one to call. But Hassan Reddick had a free shot at Josh Johnson. I can't believe calling this game with Josh Johnson and a quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. I cannot believe that. And play clock is down to 0, and they don't call delay a game unless they... Nope, they did. Delay a game unless the Niners called timeout. It was a 3rd and 15. And, yep, delay a game penalty. So back him up another 5. So now looking at a 3rd and 20. Oh, my gosh. How much? This is what I'm talking about. So now, all of a sudden, the San Francisco 49ers, at the moment, we're going to get through this play first. 3rd and 20. And it's a draw play to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey gets some blockers. McCaffrey gets past the 25-yard line, but it's still going to be 4 yards shy of the 1st down. 4th down coming up, and the Niners punt unit's coming out. So now it looks like at the moment, Brock Purdy's still on the sideline, and he still has his helmet on. It said he was going to the locker room for a second, but he's still out on the sideline. It looks like at the moment, I'm not going to say this because I'm going to wait for the next Niner drive till I actually say this. Because they said he was going to the locker room, but he's still on the sideline with his helmet on, so that's at least a good thing. And the punt is away. And The ball gets down at the 29-yard line of Philadelphia, and there's a flag thrown. There's some pushing and shoving going on. It's getting chippy between these two. These two teams are starting to get chippy. And now Nick Bosa is on the sideline down on a knee. What the hell, man? What is going on? All right, so unsportsmanlike conduct on the receiving teams on Philadelphia. So it's a 15-yard penalty from the spot. So the Niners. All right, so Purdy's on the sideline. We're going to see the next Niner possession to see if he actually comes out. There's 2:18 left in the first quarter. We're heading to a commercial break right now. But the Eagles are set to get the football. And it looks like the Niners could potentially go in on defense now without Nick Bosa all of a sudden. Like, no, we're only one quarter in, but so far this game is not going the Niners' way so far. I mean, I and a lot of people feel like the Eagles are going to win this game. But this is so far, this is not going the way of the San Francisco 49ers at the moment. This could all be overblown, and those guys could come back in the game. Like I think Nick Bosa is coming back in the game. With Brock Purdy, I have no idea. I have no idea what Purdy's status is at the moment. His status at the moment is questionable. Alrighty. Alrighty. So now we're in commercial break. We're just waiting to get out of it. Alrighty. I'm going to go on Twitter to see if there's any more updates at the moment. So, yeah, because they showed a clip of all right, so Nick Bosa is back out there. We're back for commercial break. So it looked like as they showed a clip in the game of Purdy, he's getting his arm worked on the sideline. Purdy is. But here we go. 1 second. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. It's going to be a screen pass to A.J. Brown. Brown picks up the first down and out of bounds at around the 25-yard line. Oh, that's what happened. He got blocked out of bounds, and Nick Bosa was on the sideline when a special teamer got blocked out of bounds and ran into Bosa. And he got hit a little bit. Shit, dude. So that's why he was on the sideline. Anyway, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Boston Scott is in the game of running back for the Eagles. Another screen pass to A.J. Brown, and Brown can't break away from the Ward tackle. Jimmy Ward wraps him up after a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 coming up as we are now under a minute and a half to go in this first quarter. All righty. And here we go. 2nd and 9, empty set, trips on the left side of the formation for the Eagles. And the Eagles, it's going to be a quarterback draw, but Hurts goes nowhere. Fred Warner wraps him up after really actually probably lost a yard on the play. Third down coming up as we're now under 50 seconds to go in this first quarter. That's why Hurts bobbled the snap slightly. But even then, I don't think he would have, even if he got the snap properly, I don't think he would have gone anywhere. But here we go, 3rd and 9. This is probably going to be the last play of the quarter. Trips on the right side of the formation, shotgun formation. Oh, timeout is called at 20 seconds. And it's timeout by the Eagles, their first timeout of the game. Hold on one moment. All righty. All right, so Purdy is on the sideline. He's working out right now. He's throwing some balls. We're going to see if he comes back into the game on the next Niner drive. I think every 49er fan is going to take a huge sigh of relief. But here we go. Let's focus on the Eagles drive first on a 3rd and 9, 20 seconds left. This could potentially be the last play of the first quarter, barring an incomplete pass. Shotgun formation. That's Kenneth Gainwell in the game of running back. Snap to Hurts. Oh, shit. Throwing it deep for A.J. Brown, and he overshot everybody. Incomplete. There we go. Like I said, looked like it was going to be the last play, barring incomplete pass. Incomplete, looking deep for A.J. Brown. And he burned Charvarius Ward, and had he hit him in stride, I think Brown would have been gone. But 4th and 9, 15 seconds left, and Bosa's getting helped off the sideline, helped to the sideline again. But let's see why. And he got tripped up again. That time, Eric Armstead, friendly fire. Here we go. The punt is away. And it is out of bounds. Where the fuck did that land? And there's another flag on the play. And Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's on the field with his helmet off, talking shit to Ray McLeod for some reason. But there's another flag on the field. Back somewhere. Man, what is going on? These two teams are getting into it today. Here we go. They're going to get this figured out as to what's going on. An illegal block in the back on the kicking team. Alrighty. All right, an illegal use of the hands penalty. Sorry. So we're 9 seconds left, so we are going to get one more play before the end of the first quarter. It's going to be the first play of the Niner drive. Alrighty. I don't know what the hell's going on. Everyone's standing around. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. Alrighty. Something's going on here. I don't know what's going on. This is the one thing I hate about having to mute my TV because I do these streams. Is when shit goes on like this, I have no idea what's going on. Oh, hey, there's Nakobe Dean. I forgot Nakobe Dean got drafted to this team. All right, something happened there, and it's resulted in I'm so confused as to what's going on. They keep showing the fucking kickers, and I have no idea what's going on. Why do they keep showing the kickers? What the fuck happened? I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know what happened. I'm gonna be honest. And Josh Johnson is still out there at quarterback. So, all right, last play of the quarter, and it's a Josh Johnson pass, and he completes it to Debo Samuel, who's out of bounds. And that is the final play of the first quarter. And it looks like, and Purdy's still on the sideline practicing throwing. Looks like at the moment, the San Francisco 49ers might just have to go the rest of this game without Brock Purdy and with Josh Johnson in at quarterback. That's what we're potentially looking at right now is the possibility of Josh Johnson being the Niners quarterback for the remainder of the game, at least at the moment, barring if Purdy is able to. My apologies. Barring the idea if Purdy is able to regain, I don't know what it is, feeling in his arm or what's going on, but because they showed a clip earlier. They showed a clip earlier where it was Purdy on the sideline talking to Kyle Shanahan, and you can see him mouthing, I can't go. I can't throw. I can't throw right now. So, I mean, you see him constantly like on the sideline trying to work it out. You had some guys, trainers massaging it. But all of a sudden now that's turned into the story of this game because if he doesn't return, then I'm sorry. I don't know how much talent you have offensively. You're not winning this game with fucking Josh Johnson in at quarterback. I'm sorry. You're not. I don't care how many teams he's been on. I don't care how many helmets he has. You're not winning this game with Josh Johnson in at quarterback. You're playing too good of an Eagles team for you to just go in and win. All right, so we're just waiting to get out of commercial break now to start the second quarter. And all righty. 2nd and 1. We are now back from commercial break. So, Josh Johnson. For those of you who probably don't know, Josh Johnson has been on who knows how many teams. This is his 15th year in the NFL. He's spent some time in Canada and I believe the AAF as well. Here you go. 2nd and 1 is a handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey lowers the shoulder, picks up the first down, and he is past the 35-yard line down to around the 33. And here we go. Yep. Purdy injured his throwing arm on the first drive of the game on this sack fumble from Hassan Reddick. So he has a pad. He has his right arm wrapped up. Oh, man. They're probably going to sit him for the rest of the half, barring this game getting too out of hand, and see if he's ready to go by the start of the second half. Here we go. Play clock down to 0. They just get the snap off, though. Nope, they didn't. They called it dead. That's the second delay of game penalty the Niners have gotten since Josh Johnson has come in at quarterback, which is weird because you think from a 15-year vet, he would know to at least get the snap off before the play clock runs out. Here you go now. Now it's a 1st and 15. Now, here's the thing. Josh Johnson, they don't have to rely on Josh Johnson that much because they have at least the talent around him to take the pressure off him, and the running game to take the pressure off him. Here we go. First 15. Johnson tries to step up, but he can't get it away. He got it away, so it's not going to be a sack, but tried to step up in the pocket and got wrapped up. I believe that was Javon Hargrave. 2nd and 15 coming up. Yeah. But here we go. 2nd down. Second down and 20. Here we go. Johnson throws, and it's batted at the line. That was Hargrave again. Tried to check it down to Debo, but Javon Hargrave batted it at the line. 3rd and 20 coming up for the Niners. And it just feels like we're going to see after this play, but it just feels like the Niners just don't have any momentum right now. It really did feel like the second Brock Purdy got knocked out of the game that you just kind of felt the energy, at least on the offensive side of the ball, get taken out of them. Here we go. 3rd and 20. Flag fly, so this could be a free play. Johnson was hit as he throws. Ruled incomplete, but even if it was ruled a fumble, McCaffrey fell on it. We're going to see what this flag is. I think it's a free play. Nope, never mind. It's an illegal motion. Eagles declined it. 4th down. Damn. It just feels like the Niners have no momentum offensively right now. It just really feels like they're just stuck. Here we go. And the kick is away, and fair catch called for at the 6-yard line, and that's where the Eagles are going to start their drive. Oh, man. And you could see a shot of the crowd, a Niners fan in the background just shaking his head because it almost feels like, it almost just feels like, that without Brock Purdy, that this Niners offense just can't hang. It really does make you kind of wonder, though, of would the Niners have gotten points on the board by now had Brock Purdy still been in there? And now Purdy's on the sideline. He has his helmet on. I'll say that. He has his helmet on. But he's also got his arm wrapped up in towels and cold packs, I'm assuming, wrapped around his throwing arm, wrapped around his forearm area. We're just waiting to get out of commercial break in a minute. So, one moment. All righty. So, Jesus Christ. All righty. We're still in commercial break. God, Jesus. All right. So, when we're getting back from commercial break, the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 6-yard line, up 7. It's controversial that they're up 7 because of the aforementioned drop on 4th down that was ruled a catch. Now, I will say because it's so early in the game, I can't really say it's going to have that much of an effect on the game, but still, especially now with Brock Purdy not in the game at the moment. Here we go. 1st and 10. We're now back from commercial break. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 6-yard line. All righty. Shotgun formation. Devonta Smith is the motion man. It's going to be a handoff to Jalen Sanders and not Jalen Sanders, Miles Sanders. And he's going to get tackled for a yard loss, tackled by Dre Greenlaw. And 2nd and 11 is coming up for the Eagles now. I'll say the one thing that can keep the Niners in this game with Purdy not being able to go is this Niner defense. They are good enough and talented enough to keep them in this ball game. Here we go. 2nd and 11. Play clock down to 5. And it's going to be a RPO. And Hurts, that might be a safety, depending on if he was able to get out. And no, he was able to get out. Back at the 1-yard line. Who was that? Was that Bosa? That was Nick Bosa. And Hurts is lucky that he did not get wrapped up and go down in the end zone. And just barely escaped the possibility of a safety. There we go. 3rd and 15 now. Back at their own 1-yard line. The Niners defense can force a 3-and-out here, which would be huge. Snap to Hurts, looking, and he throws it, and he overthrows too high, intended for A.J. Brown, incomplete. And out comes the punt unit. Now, this is going to be a really tight punt because they're back at their own 1, so there's a huge chance of having this getting blocked here, or a huge risk of this getting blocked. Could this next series of events be what changes the tide for the Niners potentially? And the punt somehow got away. I don't know how it did, but Ray McCloud picks it up back at the 50, tries to look for some blockers, gets past the 50, close to the 45, gets tackled at the 46-yard line. So the Niners are going to start with the football in Eagle territory. And Nick Bosa, kind of bum leg and all, still making huge plays for this Niner defense with the sack on Jalen Hurts to force that 3-and-out. And here we go. Can Josh Johnson, because it is going to be Josh Johnson still. Honestly, I think I've harped on this before, but I think the Niners are probably just going to sit Purdy for the remainder of the half, go into halftime, and then see see if he can go for the second half. All righty, so Ugh. Anyway, god damn it. So man, I know I sound like a broken record, and I know I harp on this every single stream, but Jesus Christ, does there really have to be so many fucking commercials? Does there really have to be this many commercials? This is upsetting the hell out of me. Really is. And oh my god, it's a commercial of Peyton's. There's so many Peyton Mannings. Why is there so many Peyton Mannings? Oh my god. There's so many Peyton Mannings. Huh? What the fuck happened? Wait. Alrighty. Niners have the football, and Purdy is still on the sideline. Still on the sideline. Josh Johnson's still in there. He's under center. And it's going to be a play action fake. It's going to be a screen pass to McCaffrey. McCaffrey has blockers. McCaffrey gets hit hard. Did he pick up the first down, or is he going to be a yard shy? We're going to see in a second. Yeah, they're going to have to rely on these skill players to win them this game. Through the run game, short passes, they have to rely on mainly McCaffrey and Debo in that regard. Here we go, 2nd and 1. So McCaffrey did not pick up the first down on that screen pass. Debo is the motion man. It's going to be a toss play to McCaffrey. McCaffrey picks up the first down past the 35-yard line down to the 34. First down for the Niners with just under 10 and a half minutes to go. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the San Francisco 49ers. They could tie this up here. They could really, if they have a great chance to tie it up, this is the drive to do it. Here we go. Play clock at 3. Johnson under pressure checks it down to McCaffrey. McCaffrey is close to a first down. I think he's going to be a couple yards shy of it. The ball actually got tipped slightly at the line, but McCaffrey was able to keep his eyes on it and maintain possession of it. Actually almost dropped it for a second. Here we go. 2nd and 1 for the Niners. And it's going to be a QB sneak for Josh Johnson, and he picked it up. First down. So we now hit the 9-minute mark of the second quarter. And the Niners are inside the 25. They're knocking on the door of the red zone here. But as we know, the shorter that field gets, the shorter this field gets, it gets the tougher it gets to get into the end zone, especially considering you're dealing with a backup. Really, the 4th string. This is a guy, Josh Johnson, who was on the practice squad for most of the year. The only reason he's on the roster is because Jimmy G's inactive. That is the only reason he even suited up for this game. All right. They're still showing Brock Purdy. I don't know if there's any updates on his return to the game yet. He's on the sideline. I can't tell if his arm is still wrapped up because he has the jacket on. All right. Here we go. It's now first down for the Niners. It is currently 8:45 and counting to go. Debo in motion. It's I formation. They fake the toss, and Johnson's under pressure. Johnson is just going to have to chuck it away. Actually, could have had Brandon Ayuk for a second, but Johnson had Brandon Graham all in his face. Pass goes incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 8:37 to go. Second down and 10. Debo is in motion once again. Johnson under center. It's a draw play to McCaffrey. Somehow escaped that. Maintains his balance. And Christian McCaffrey's going to score. What a run by McCaffrey. What looked like he was for sure going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Broke a couple tackles. Maintained his balance and scored. What a run by McCaffrey. Holy shit. Breaks one tackle, maintains his balance, whiffs, another guy whiffs, breaks 2 more tackles. How the hell did he maintain his balance on these? Especially on that initial one. Marcus Epps, the safety, came in, and the extra point is good, and the game is tied at 7. That initial hit was Marcus Epps, the safety, went low on McCaffrey, actually hit him in the legs. So how Christian McCaffrey maintained his balance on that, I have no idea. And how he then had the contact balance to break 3 more tackles after that and score is beyond me. But just like that, it is a tied ball game. And I said that, man. If they're going to have a chance of winning this game with Josh Johnson in at quarterback, they're going to have to rely on this running game more. And the running game came up huge on that play. Oh man. It's plays like that remind you just how great of a player Christian McCaffrey truly is. Yeah, I feel like it was kind of forgotten how impactful and great of a player he was because he was injured a lot, especially those last couple years in Carolina. But when he's healthy, he is one of the elite playmakers in the NFL. Hell, the Niners have only lost 1 game since they traded for him at the deadline. And that was his first game as a Niner where he was starting. That was the only game they've lost ever since they got in Christian McCaffrey. Other than that, they've been on a 12-game winning streak. And he's been a big reason as to why. All right. We're going to see if there's any updates on Brock Purdy's status at the moment. He's still questionable. He's still listed as questionable at the moment. All righty. So we're now back from commercial break. We're officially at the halfway point of this second quarter. Ball game is knotted up at 7, and the Eagles, Boston Scott is not going to return this. Takes a knee in the end zone. Eagles will get the football at the 25-yard line. That was still an unbelievable run by McCaffrey. That was such an unbelievable run. Really, it was 4 guys because it was 2 Eagles and a blocker. And yet Purdy's arm is still wrapped up. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia offense. And it's going to be a handoff to Sanders, and Sanders gets tackled at the 29-yard line. Tackled on the play by Fred Warner. 2nd down and 4 coming up. Here we go. 2nd and 6. Did I say 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 4? It's 2nd and 6. My bad. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line. Pistol formation for the Eagles. Sanders still in the game of running back. It's another handoff to Sanders, who has a bit of a hole, and he gets wrapped up about 2 yards shy of the line of gain. It's going to be 3rd and 2 coming up at the 33-yard line. All of a sudden now this game feels a little more competitive. All of a sudden it feels a little more competitive. A lot of that has to do with the Niners defense is not really outside of that opening drive, where again, you can really thank that to a Devontae Smith drop that wasn't called as a drop. Other than that, they have been as stout as you'd expect them to be. 3rd and 2, and Hurts keeps it on the RPO, and Hurts is going to be inches short, actually. Excuse me. He's going to be inches short. Made one man miss, but he's close to the sticks, but not right at it. Broke the ankles of one Niner defender. But it's 4th and 1, and yep, the offense is still out there. Now, here's the thing. This is risky because you are at your own 35, and yep, they're going to try to go QB sneak here, and he picks it up. Yep. At this point, a 4th and 1 and a team running anything other than a QB sneak is going to be shocking as all hell. Because at this point, every time it's a 4th and short situation, everybody and their mother knows that the team's just going to run a QB sneak. And yet for some reason they're still not able to stop it. But anyway, we're now at the 6-minute mark of this 2nd quarter. Shotgun formation again. Smith is the motion man. 1st and 10 at the 35. And it's going to be play action. Hurts looking, throws it short, completes it to Sanders, and he gets wrapped up immediately by Hufanga close to the 40-yard line. All righty. I love you, Rihanna, but I don't care about the halftime show. Anyway. Anyway, 5.5 to go. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line of the Eagles. Boston Scott is in a running back. Sanders is still in, but he's in the slot. And Hurts, he's going to take a shot down the sideline for Devontae Smith. And he's going to go up, and it's knocked away incomplete. Travarius Ward on the coverage there. Actually, I think that bounced off of Ward's helmet. Devontae Smith didn't have much separation there. He tried to go up and get it, but Ward just made a great play on him. I feel like if you're going to take that shot, you go do that, especially with carry on him. I take that shot at A.J. Brown, especially with, who was that? Was that carry on him, number 38? Anyway, here we go. Pass falls incomplete with 5:08. 3rd and 6. Play clock down to 3. Snap to Hurts. Looking. Throws it. And it is nearly intercepted and should have been. There's a flag on the play, but that should have been picked off by Jimmy Ward. We're going to see what this flag is. This is a flag on the Niners. This could be an automatic first. I think it might be. It's a hold on Jimmy Ward. It's going to be a hold on Jimmy Ward for sure. Yep. Holding on Jimmy Ward. It's going to be an automatic first. Ah, shit. So even if he did come down with that interception, it wouldn't have mattered. It would not have mattered at all. Here we go. 1st and 10. Zach Pascal's the motion man. Play clock down to 3. And Hurts rolls to his right, stops looking, keeps rolling to his right, and he's just going to throw it away incomplete. Had protection for a second, but then it completely fell apart. Didn't have a guy open, just chucked it out of bounds with 4:58 to go in this first half. And more pushing and shoving. This time it was between A.J. Brown and Jimmy Ward. Like, there's been a lot of pushing and shoving between these two teams today. A lot of it. But here we go. Snap to Hurts, looking. He's dancing around in the pocket. He's going to run to his left. There's a flag on the play. It's probably going to be a hold on the Eagles, if anything. Usually when the quarterback's running around like that, chances are it's probably a hold in the offense. No, it's illegal use of the hands on the defense. And that's an automatic first down. Oh, my God. Remember when I said earlier about how the 49ers defense has really kept them in this game? Well, now the Niners defense is keeping the Eagles offense on the field. And yeah, that was a clear penalty. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Niners, and they are just gift wrapping these first downs for this Eagles team. They're gift wrapping them for them. Here we go. Flag on the play. False start in the Eagles. All right. So, so now it's going to be a 1st and 15. It's a whole drive of the Niners shooting themselves in the foot. Now it's time for the Eagles to shoot themselves in the foot. False start with 4:36 left to go. 1st and 15 coming up. All righty, here we go. Shotgun formation. Is that Gainwell in the game of running back? I believe it is. Play clock down to 5. Hurts making adjustments at the line. Play clock at 1. They just get the snap off. Hurts looking, checks it down to Goddard, and Goddard is tackled at the 45 down to the 46-yard line. 2nd down coming up. That was a gain of about 4. Looks like it's going to be a 2nd and 6. There's now under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Oh, no, I forgot it was a 1st and 15. So there was a gain of 5. So it's actually 2nd and 10. Here you go. Snap to Hurts. Hurts under pressure. Checks it down to Gainwell this time. Gainwell makes a nice move. Gainwell stiff arms the guy, and he actually gets to the 45 of the Niners. He's going to be about 3 yards shy. About 2-3 yards shy of the first down. What a nice little move. Couple moves by Kenneth Gainwell. And Nick Bosa's back on the sideline getting some equipment checked out a little bit. 3rd and 2. Can the Eagles keep this drive alive? On a drive that was kept alive by a couple Niner mistakes. Can the Eagles pick up the first down here on this 3rd and 2? And it's a handoff to Gainwell. Gainwell picks up the first down to the 41-yard line. And that's going to move the 6 once again as we are 2 minutes and 43 seconds out from halftime, 40 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. Here we go. 1st and 10. This looks like this might be the last play before the 2-minute warning, potentially. And it's a handoff to Gainwell. Gainwell finds a nice hole. Gainwell past the 30. Gainwell lowers the shoulder. Out of bounds. Wrestled out of bounds. At the 24-yard line. And that clock is ticking. And that is going to be the final play. As we are now at the 2-minute warning. Nice hole for Gainwell. My goodness. Here we go. 2-minute warning action now. Eagles have the football, knocking on the door of the red zone. As we are now headed to commercial break. So, like I said, excuse me. Alrighty. Anyway, so this has been a drive that has been, like I said, kept alive by Niner mental mistakes. It was supposed to be a 4th down coming up after a drop pick by Jimmy Ward, but that got moved to a 1st down because Jimmy Ward held on that play. And then a couple plays later, you had an illegal use of the hands of the face penalty on what would have been a Jalen Hurts sack, or a sack on Jalen Hurts. That got wiped out because of an illegal use of hands of the face penalty, which set up a new fresh set of downs. And all that talk before about how the Niners defense has kept San Francisco in this game. And now they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot constantly. Like, those 2 penalties are the reason this drive is still alive. And why the Eagles are knocking on the door of the red zone. But here we go. Golly. Jesus. How many commercial breaks can are never mind. Nope, still a commercial. I got happy for a second. I got happy for a slight second. Nope, still a commercial. Here we go. We're now finally back from commercial break. We are now 2 minutes out from halftime. And here we are. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense at the 24-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to Sanders. Sanders breaks the tackle. Sanders picks up maybe a yard of that play, out of bounds with 1:55 to go. Actually got away from Nick Bosa there. So that was lucky. That could have been a loss of 5. It was actually turned into a small gain of 1. So here we are. Boston Scott is back in the game of running back now for the Eagles. 1:55, 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line. Hurts takes a snap, looking, steps away, rolls to his right, looking. He's just going to chuck it away. Incomplete, flag on the play, but it's in the secondary, and it's going to be on the Niners. This is going to be another 1st down. This could be another 1st down for the Eagles. Oh my gosh, it's been 49er penalties. Illegal contact on the defense. Oh my gosh, who was this on? Yeah. Travarius Ward. Oh my gosh, these Niner penalties are just killing them. This drive should have been over a long ass time ago. Instead, it's now 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. And it's a handoff to Sanders, and Sanders gets to the corner. Sanders stiff arms a guy. Sanders out of bounds at the 13-yard line. With 1:40, clock is stopped. Yeah. Gosh, it's just frustrating. Like, I'm not even a 49er fan. It's just frustrating. But here we go. 2nd and 5. It's another handoff to Miles Sanders, and he's going to score. He walks into the end zone, his second touchdown of the game. And the Philadelphia Eagles are an extra point away from being up by 7 once again. And the story of that drive was just 49er penalties. San Francisco 49er penalties that kept that drive alive. Here we go. Jake Elliott's extra point with 1:36 to go until halftime. And the kick swerved a little bit, but it's still good. 14-7 ball game for the Philadelphia Eagles. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the game. Fuck, man. It was 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 costly penalties that were all just stupid errors. They were just like, what are you thinking? It was the holding penalty on Ward that erased an incomplete pass on a 3rd down. It was an illegal use of the hands of the face penalty that wiped away a sack on Jalen Hurts. And then it was a Charvarius Ward illegal contact penalty that put them into the red zone. Like, you can't, I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how deep of a roster you have. You're not going to win football games like that. I don't care how well coached you are. You're not going to win football games when you just hand your opponent, an opponent like the Philadelphia Eagles, nonetheless, just handing them first down after first down. You're not going to win football games like that. And here we go. The Niners are going to get the football back. Expect Josh Johnson once again. And if Brock Purdy doesn't come out for the start of the second half, then that might be a day done for him. Niners are going to get the football back. I don't expect Purdy to come out now because what's the point of him coming out now? But if he doesn't come out for the start of the second half, because remember, the 49ers get the football at the start of the second half. So, alrighty. Ugh. Excuse me. I'm going to try and see on Twitter if there's any updates about his status still. Alrighty. Here we go. We're now back from commercial break. Minute 36 to go in the second quarter. And the Niners are going to get the football. Ball rolls out the back of the end zone. Touchback. Ball be placed at the 25-yard line. And here comes Josh Johnson. Again, I was not expecting to talk about Josh Johnson today on Conference Championship Sunday, but here we are. Here we are. So, yep, and Purdy's still on the sideline. It's kind of like I expected. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Niners. Now they have all 3 timeouts. Eagles still have 2, but the Niners have all 3 timeouts here. Snap to Johnson. Throws it on a slant route complete to Debo. Debo, man, he's pissed because he could have maintained his balance but fell down. But he still was able to pick up the first down. And the Niners are back for a first down, and Johnson bobbles the snap, but he's able to fall back on it. No, there's still fumble for it. Eagles are saying they have it. Oh my God, Josh Johnson bobbled the snap. It looked like he fell on it initially, then lost it. Do the Eagles have it? It's Eagle football. It's Eagle football. It's Hassan Reddick who came up with the loose ball. Josh Johnson just straight up botched the snap. They were in shotgun. Snap went back to him. It was perfectly fine, but he just bobbled it. But it looked like he got it initially, and then it got kicked out by accident by a Niner lineman. And Hassan Reddick, who has just been wreaking havoc today, the man that put out Brock Purdy for the game, comes up with the recovery. And now the Eagles have a great chance to go up by 14. They have a phenomenal chance to go up by 14. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 30 for the Eagles. Hurts checks it down to Goddard, and he gets tackled at the 25-yard line, gain of 5. So we are now officially with a minute to go, and the Eagles are going hurry up. They still have 2 timeouts, but they're going hurry up here. Here you go. Trips formation on the right. Snap to Hurts, and it's going to be a screen pass to Goddard. Goddard lowers the shoulder, picks up the first down at the 20-yard line. Clock is still ticking with 40 seconds to go. They still have those 2 timeouts, but they are not using them. They are in great position to at least go up by 10, but you know they're thinking more. And it's going to be a handoff to Boston Scott, and Scott is actually going to lose 4 yards, but there's a flag. It's going to be a face mask penalty. It's just not the Niners' day right now. It is just not the Niners' day. That's going to be a face mask. It's going to be an automatic first. Dre Greenlaw, that was an obvious face mask. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord. It's just, and it's the strength of this team that's shooting them in the foot. So now it's an automatic first with 21 seconds left. What's the yardage marker at right now? Where are they at right now? It's 1st and goal. Golly. It's 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. Hurts in a shotgun formation. Boston Scott is still in the game of running back for the Eagles. And it's going to be a handoff to Scott. Scott is going to have the corner. Scott is going to run in for a touchdown. Boston Scott waltzes in for the touchdown, and the Eagles are an extra point away from being up 14 with 16 seconds left to go in the half. Oh my gosh. It's turning into an onslaught fast. This has turned into an onslaught out of nowhere all of a sudden. And, oh, no, never mind. The Eagles are going for 2. The Eagles are saying, fuck it, we're going for 2. 2-point try here. Here we go, actually. I don't know why. And the Eagles use a timeout. I don't know if they didn't have a play coming in, but we'll see. My Lord. Yeah, I mean, that's clearly a touchdown. Here we go. Are they going to go for 2 or are they going to... And nope, they're just going to go for the extra point. They were thinking about it, but there was some miscommunication going on. So the extra point by Jake Elliott is good. And hold on one moment. Hold on. So here we are. 21-7 lead. And you can imagine the Niners are just going to come out and take a knee going to halftime. Ugh. Yeah, the botch snap by Josh Johnson leading to the Boston Scott touchdown run from 10 yards out. It just feels like it's the Eagles' day. I know it's only the first half. But still, though, man. And it's self-inflicted wounds by the Niners defense as well. That's the crazy thing. You wouldn't expect the Niners defense this well coached to just be giving up first down after first down on stupid penalties like that. And here we go. And Raymond McLeod is actually going to return this. Try and get another spark. He has a lane, and he is down to the 40, close to the 40-yard line. That was a really nice return by Raymond McLeod. You know what? With 10 seconds left, I was thinking they were probably just going to take the snap going to halftime, take the knee going to half. But with that great return by Raymond McLeod, you're thinking about 3 timeouts, maybe a couple more plays and try and get a Hail Mary or maybe even get into position where they can go for a field goal. Because remember, the Niners get the football coming out of halftime. Here we go. 1st and 10. Johnson takes the snap under pressure, and he's just going to chuck it away. Incomplete. 5 seconds. So do you go for the Hail Mary now, or do you just take a knee? What do you do here if you're the Niners? Because he had pressure in his face almost immediately. I mean, he had Jawan Jennings in the middle of the field, but he just had pressure in his face and never saw him. Like, just get it to Jawan there right now. Go down, call timeout. You're in great position for a Hail Mary, but here we go. 5 seconds left. And it's a screen pass to Debo. Debo gets wrapped up at the 48-yard line down. So the Niners are going to get the football coming out of, but they're going into half down 21-7. Unsure about Brock Purdy's availability for the second half. Now, like I said, if we come out for the start of the second half and Josh Johnson's still out there, you can basically write off Brock Purdy coming back into the game, and in a way, kind of GG's for the Niners in a lot of ways, if that's the case. All righty. So we are now at halftime, which means I'm going to be taking a break for halftime, give my voice a little bit of a rest, and I will be back for the start of the second half. And we back. All right. Before I forget, I'm going to change quarter graphic real quick because I forgot to do that at the end of the half. And we made it back just in time for the start of the second half. In this NFC Championship game, like I said, the Niners are set to receive the second half kickoff. Now, if Josh Johnson does not come out, as it is a touchback, if Josh Johnson's the one that comes out and it looks like it is, that I think it's safe to say that Brock Purdy's probably going to be done for the day. Probably. I mean, he's still on the sideline. He still has his helmet, but they're facing an uphill battle now, down 2 scores. First play of the half, it's an I formation. It's a toss to McCaffrey. McCaffrey tries reverse field, and he's going to lose 3 yards in the play. He got sworn by Josh Sweat and company. And yeah, I don't want to sit here and say that it's impossible for the Niners to win now in this situation, but Josh Johnson, you can only do so much, man. You can only do so much with Josh Johnson as your quarterback. 2nd and 13 for the Niners after the 3-yard loss. It's going to be Johnson dropping back under pressure, checks it down, but it's dropped by Debo. It's a little far out of his reach, but it still hit Debo in the hands. And whoa, alrighty, there we go. Yeah, man, they're gonna have to try and get the. Oh my god! And George Kittle was open in the flat, and he's upset. Kittle. All these guys, these skill players are frustrated. And it sucks because Josh Johnson, he's been in this league for a long ass time, but he can only do so much. And this is the biggest stage he's ever been on for sure. 3rd and 13. Juwan Jennings is the motion man. Juwan Jennings has yet to have a target today. Snap to Johnson, and he throws it, and wide open is Kittle. There we go. He hit him that time. Stays in bounds. First down. There we go. Missed Kittle, who was wide open in the flat in the previous play. Found him wide open there, and he's out of bounds at the 40-yard line. There we go. They're going to have to just... The good thing about the Niners, though, is because they have so much talent on the offensive side of the ball, and they have so many of these deadly weapons that they can use however they please. It's the only reason that I'm saying that they're not completely out of it. Here we go. Play clock's down to 2, down to 1. Oh. Was it offsides first, or was it a delay of game first? Because the clock hit 0 and then Hassan Reddick jumped. It all depends on what this flag is. Because it's a delay game on the Niners. They broke it out. Josh Johnson saying, like, I need to get the play sooner. That's the 3rd delay of game penalty since Josh Johnson has gotten into the game. That's inexcusable. For a 15-year vet, that is inexcusable. Here we go. 1st and 15 from the 39-yard line. Here we go. Snap to Johnson. Looking, checks it down to McCaffrey. McCaffrey is able to pick up a yard. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on the tackle. 2nd and 14 coming up. My gosh. My Lord. But, like, that's the only way I feel like the Niners could have a chance here is short plays, running plays with McCaffrey, quick game to guys like Debo and Kittle, and hope that they can get big plays on run after catch. There you go. Johnson under center, steps back, throws, hit as he throws, and oh my God. Oh my Lord. Darius Slay, there was nobody in the area, but the ball was just out of the reach. Was that Hassan Reddick who got pressure again? No, that time it was Ndamukong Suh. All right, that one was an incomplete pass. Darius Slay nearly got there, but it was just a little far out of reach, or else that would have been the easiest pick of his life. And is Josh Johnson hurt now? He's on his feet, but there's trainers around him. If Josh Johnson is going to have to come out of the game, do they even have another active quarterback? Because, like I said, Jimmy G is inactive. Purdy's on the sideline warming up. They're going to have to see if he's good to go. They might have to. Even if Purdy's not 100%, they're going to have to. And in comes Brock Purdy. In comes Brock Purdy. They didn't I don't think they had a choice. I don't think they would have had a choice. But in comes Brock Purdy. Even if his arm isn't 100%, they're going to hey, we're going to have to go, man. We don't have a choice. 3rd and 14. And Purdy is now back in the game. Here we go. And it's going to be a draw play to McCaffrey, and he picks up about 4. So the Niners are going to have to punt. But depending on what that injury for Josh Johnson is, they're going to have to go with Brock Purdy now. Which, depending on how you look at it, can either be a good thing or a bad thing. Good thing is that Brock Purdy's back in the game. Bad news is he was back in the game because Johnson was injured, which means Purdy's still not 100% on that throwing arm. And it wouldn't be a concern if it was an injury that wasn't on his throwing arm. And we got updates on what that injury was. It was a nerve thing on that first drive, and he got strip sacked by Hassan Reddick. He got hit in the arm. It was a nerve thing through his elbow, which means he had trouble not just throwing, but also a little trouble gripping it as well. It should be slightly better now, but yeah, it'd be one thing if it was like a bruise or whatever. It's another thing if it's a nerve. But Purdy might just have to go back in the game because they don't have another active quarterback on the roster right now. And if Johnson gets knocked out for the game and Purdy gets hurt again or isn't healthy enough to go, who would the emergency quarterback be? I'm going to have to look this up real quick. Their emergency quarterback would be Kyle Juszczyk, their fullback. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. And if you get to that, then yeah, GG's Niners. GG's. Kyle Juszczyk would be the emergency. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. Poor San Francisco, bro. Whoever the trainer for the Niners is, or the health and conditioning coach, or no, it'd be the strength and conditioning coach. Whoever the strength and conditioning coach for the Niners is, fire him. Because this is now the 4th quarterback for the Niners this year that has been injured. The 4th. Remember, Trey Lance broke his leg in week 2. What was it? Jimmy G broke his foot in the middle of the year. Brock Purdy injured his elbow in this game, and now Josh Johnson's been knocked out in this game. Who the hell is the strength and conditioning coach? And plus, you're talking about a 49er team that has dealt with injuries to George Kittle over the past couple of years. Debo has battled injuries for the past couple of years. Like, bro, get a new strength and conditioning coach, San Fran. Get a new one. But now here we are. We're now back at a commercial break. And now Josh Johnson's heading to the locker room. So it's either Brock Purdy or nobody else. Like, you're not going to have a choice here, San Fran. But here we go. 1st and 10 of the Eagles drive. And it's a handoff to Miles Sanders, 3-yard gain to the 20. So what happened here? You got hit by Ndamukong Suh. Is it a concussion? Was it a head injury of some sort? What was it? I'm not entirely sure. But here we go. 2nd and 7 for the Philadelphia offense. Sanders is still in the game at running back. Snap to Hurts. Looking, throws it incomplete. Dropped by A.J. Brown. Wouldn't have been enough for the first down. It would have been close to it, though. Instead of a 3rd and 2, which it would have been, it's now still a 3rd and 7. So here we go. Can the Niners get a little? Yeah, there are the two guys that were ahead of them on the depth chart. Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo, both in street clothes. Neither are active, obviously. Here we go. 3rd and 7 for the Eagles. Play clock down to 2. They just get the snap off. Niners setting pressure. Hurts lobs it up for Brown, but it's out of bounds. Overshoots everybody. Incomplete. Eagles, you have to punt. So now Brock Purdy and the offense is going to come out. Presumably Brock Purdy. Remember, if Purdy's not good to go, we're going to have to go the rest of this game with Kyle Juszczyk. But Purdy is on the sideline warming up, helmet strapped up. He should be good to go. Here we go. And the kick is away. And Raymond McLeod fields it at the 37, takes it out to the 45-yard line. Goes Ray McLeod. And with 10:47 left to go, Brock Purdy and the 49er offense is heading onto the field as we head into commercial break. So the Niners, they need a touchdown or a score of some sort. They need a touchdown of some sort. Alrighty. I just saw a salty Giants fan on Twitter. Anyway. All right, so I wonder what the game plan for the Niner offense is now, considering what Brock Purdy's apparent ailments are. Do they lean more into the run game? Do they lean more into the quick game? Do they run the same offense that they would have had Purdy been fully healthy? We'll just have to wait and see. Like, that's really all it is. We're just going to have to wait and see. Alrighty, so we're still in commercial break. Come on now. We should be getting out of it any second now. Jesus Christ. Oh, my Lord. Ugh. I figured it had been going on for a while now. We should be heading back, hopefully after this ad here. Knowing our luck, probably not. If the ad ends. All right, there we go. We're now back from commercial break, and it is Brock Purdy still out there. Now we're going to see what this game plan for the Niners offense is for the remainder of this ball game. Here we go. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line for the 49ers. Purdy is under center. Debo is the motion man. It's going to be an end around to Debo. Debo stops, trying to get some blockers. Maintains. He's going backwards. He's back at the 40. Oh, my God. He lost 5 on that play. Try to get too much. Just trying to do way too much. And ended up losing 5 in the end around. Kyle Juszczyk smiling because he's like, yay, I don't have to play quarterback today, probably. All righty. So here we go. 2nd and 14 after the loss on the end around to Debo. This time it's going to be a handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey picks up 2 of those 4 yards back. And more pushing and shoving, this time between Juszczyk and Fletcher Cox. There have been a lot of pushing and shoving between these two teams today. It's actually only a gain of 1 somehow. Okay, so it's 3rd and 13. Niners, I feel like, need something on this drive. Here we go. 3rd and 13. Stay out to Purdy. It's going to be a screen pass to McCaffrey. McCaffrey goes nowhere. Might actually made it back to the original line. Damn. Anthony Maddox finished it off. McCaffrey was wrapped up, but he was kept the legs turning. But then Avonte Maddox came in and finished that play off. And just like that, it's a 3 and out. It's a 3 and out for the Niners. And out comes the punting unit. So we are now approaching the halfway point of this 3rd quarter. Punt is away. Ooh, my apologies. And fair catch is called for at the 7-yard line. So that's where the Eagles are going to start the football, start the next drive. Still up 21-4, 21-7, excuse me. 21-4. What the hell am I talking about? All righty. Excuse me. All right, we're getting some reports from Rap Report. Travis Kelce is going to be officially active for the game, for the AFC title game, in about an hour and a half for the Kansas City Chiefs, though he has been dealing with back spasms this week. So there's a chance that he's coming into this game not 100% healthy, which is an issue for the Chiefs, because you're already coming into this game with Patrick Mahomes playing on a sprained ankle, a high ankle sprain. So you already are coming into this game with that. But now you're coming in with Travis Kelce, not 100% because he's been dealing with back spasms all week. It's Chiefs are facing an uphill climb going against Joe Burrow, a quarterback that Mahomes has never beaten. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how that game plays out. Oh, shit. My apologies. My apologies on that. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know what's going on with me. Yeah, we are now an hour and 15 minutes away from kickoff of the AFC Championship game in Arrowhead. But we are still a little over 20 minutes away from the conclusion of this game. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line for the Eagles. It's going to be a handoff to Miles Sanders, and Sanders picks up a yard. Yeah, picks up. No, that was not Miles Sanders. That was Boston Scott, actually. Excuse me. Here we go. Now, the second half, they just showed this graphic. The second half, the Niners defense has been shut down during this 12-game win streak in the second half. They're going to need that. They're going to need that defense to really step up huge for them. Down 2 scores, 2nd and 9, play action. Hurts under pressure is going to run away from it, and he's going to take it himself and pick up a solid gain. He's going to be about a yard or 2 shy of the first down. Out of bounds, 7:45 in counting. 3rd down. Can the Niners force another 3 and out? Here we go. The Niners are first in every single category. Holy shit. The Niners defense are first in every single category as far as points, takeaways. Jesus. Here we go. 3rd and 2, empty set, trips formation on the right side. Play clock down to 3. They get the snap off. Hurts looking, throws it short and complete at the 24-yard line to Devontae Smith for a first down, and that's going to keep the drive alive. So the Niners aren't able to force a 3 and out. But here we go. Devontae Smith putting Ufanga in a spin cycle on that out route. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Shotgun formation. I believe that's – who is that in the game in a running back? It's a handoff to him, and it's Kenneth Gainwell. Gainwell breaks the tackle, is able to get it to the 30, close to the 31-yard line. 6.5 to go in this third quarter. Eagles still up by 2 scores. Here we go. 2nd and 4 for the Eagles. And it's another handoff to Gainwell. Gainwell, this time he actually loses a yard. Gets wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage by Nick Bosa. Who else? 3rd and 5 coming up. Can this be the play where there's get the stop and get the ball back to their offense? Or can they force a turnover? Man, how huge would a turnover for this Niners defense be right now? Here we go. 3rd and 5. Play clock down to 4. They get the snap off. Hurts under pressure, throws it short, completes it to Gainwell, picks up the first down. Gainwell keeps his balance past the 40, down to the 45. What a run after catch by Kenneth Gainwell. Also, what a play by Jalen Hurts to get that pass off with pressure right in his face. And the Eagle offensive drive stays alive. And that was a great run after catch by Kenneth Gainwell. Had he broken one more tackle, he probably would have scored, honestly. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, and it's going to be a keeper for Jalen Hurts on the RPO, out of bounds right at midfield, with now under 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game. Not in the game, in the third quarter, excuse me. It's been all rushing touchdowns so far today. We have yet to get a passing touchdown. 2 by Miles Sanders, 1 by Boston Scott, and the Niners have had a Christian McCaffrey touchdown run, which is incredible. Here we go. 2nd and 6. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this third quarter at the 50-yard line. Snap to Hurts, throws it. Pass is bad into the air, incomplete. Pass is intended for Zach Pascal. Pass fell incomplete. 3rd and 6 coming up. Clock stops with 4:10 to go in this third quarter. Jimmy Ward with a great play on the ball. Here we go. The third down in this drive. Can the Niners, is his third time the charm for this 49er defense? Here we go. 3rd and 6 at the 50-yard line. Play clock down to 3. Snap to Hurts. Looking. He's going to take a shot deep down the sideline for Quez Watkins. Incomplete. Knocked away by Charvarius Ward. And finally, the Niners are able to get a stop on 3rd down. 4th and 6, and the Eagles are going to have to punt. That was a great play by Ward. And here we go. 4th and 6. Eagles are going to punt with 4:05 to go in this third quarter. And nearly blocked. I don't know how they didn't block it, but there's a flag on the play. Is this going to be a first down? Is this going to be roughing or running into the kicker? It really depends. If it's running into the kicker, it's a 5-yard penalty. It's going to be a 4th and 1, and then you give the Eagles the decision of if they want to go for it. But if it's roughing, it's an automatic first down. How they did not block this punt, I have no idea. And it's roughing the kicker, and it's an automatic first. That's the 8th penalty on the 49ers today. Yeah, it's plays like that where it sucks because it's like they're going out to block it, and if you miss the block, it's kind of hard to not hit the punter at that point. It does put the block team in a tough situation. It really, really does. And I don't even know about roughing the kicker. I would have been okay with running into the kicker. I don't know about roughing the kicker. Here we go. 1st and 10. They just get the snap off, and it's a design QB draw for Hurts. Hurts gets a block, picks up a first down past the 25-yard line. Actually lowers the shoulder down to the 23. Now, I don't necessarily know if you're the Eagles, you want Jalen Hurts, your starting quarterback, who's dealt with shoulder problems in the latter half of the season, lowering his shoulder on a defender. You don't necessarily want that being the case here. You really just want him to be like, hey, bro, just go down. Pick up the first down and just go the fuck down. But Hurts has gotten up. He's fine. And it's going to be a handoff to Ball. No, he keeps it again. And this time he slides down at the 20. Yeah, he noticed he didn't need a coach telling him. He probably had either Shane Steichen in his ear telling him, bro, we're going to call another run play, but just go the fuck down. Just go down. Here we go. 2nd and 8. Under 2 minutes and 45 seconds and counting in this third quarter. Eagles are now over 100 rush yards on the day. Here we go. Snap to Hurts. It's another QB draw. And actually maintains his balance. How did he do that? Picks up the first down and knocked it out of bounds. And there goes the flag. He was out of bounds, and Hufanga shoved him at the 6 when Hurts was already out of bounds, and that's going to be 1st and goal. It was already going to be 1st and goal, but now it's going to be closer. And once again, it's going to be chippiness. Dallas Goedert getting to the face of a couple Niners. It's been like this all day between these two teams, that is. Let's see if this was a good call. It was going to be a 1st and goal regardless. First of all, how did Jalen Hurts break that tackle? Number one. Picks up the first down. Yep, out of bounds, and then Hufanga shoved them. What is this going to be inside the 5? It was already going to be 1st and goal as it is. But instead of it being first and goal at the 6, it's now first and goal at the 3-yard line. Here we go. Running play there for Boston. Scott picks up a yard. Second and goal coming up. Man, Jalen Hurts has just been he's such a threat running the football. Here we go. They're going to QB sneak this into the end zone from the 1-yard line. Does not get there. They actually stuff him. They stuff him at the line. So third and goal coming up. So we approach the minute 15 mark of this third quarter. Eagles have a great chance of putting this up by 3 scores. Here we go. Third and goal from the 1. And they're going to try this one more time. And this time Hurts, he gets in. That time they're able to push him in. He's in. Touchdown. Philadelphia Eagles with 43 seconds left to go in the third. And the Eagles' lead increases to 27. It's now a 20-point lead. Extra point will make it a 21-point lead. There we go. Just waiting for the extra point here to confirm it to be a 21-point lead. And the extra point by Elliott is right down the pipe. It is good. 28-7 lead for this Philadelphia Eagles team. And man, it's been all rushing touchdowns. There have been 5 total touchdowns scored in this game. All 5 have been rushing touchdowns. 2 by Miles Sanders. 2 by Miles Sanders, 1 by Boston Scott, and a quarterback sneak by Jalen Hurts, which you figured a rushing touchdown by Jalen Hurts would almost have been inevitable. And then the lone Niners touchdown in this game was an incredible touchdown run by Christian McCaffrey, but man, now you're looking at a situation where it's like, at the end of the day, that first touchdown of the game on a drive that shouldn't have been kept alive on the first drive of the game because Devontae Smith dropped what looked initially like an incredible one-handed catch. That was actually a drop, and it led to the first touchdown of the game for the Eagles. At the end of the day, at the moment, it doesn't look like it wouldn't have mattered. Because even if you wipe that off the board, they're still up by 2 scores. Going against the Niners offense that is now dealing with a hindered Brock Purdy. And even then, this Eagles defense has just been all over the place. They've just been everywhere. All righty. We're still in commercial break. 49ers are set to get the football back soon. Right when we get out of the break. Still around 40 or so seconds until the end of the third. All righty. I'm not going to watch the USFL, though, but sending me the ad. Thanks for showing me the ad. All right, here we go. Can the Eagles? Here we go. Sorry, I'll finish that little line after once we get into the fourth quarter. There's still 43 seconds left to go in this third quarter. And the kick is away. And Raymond McLeod is going to return this. Actually, no, that was Debo on the return. Flag is thrown on the play. It's probably on the return. Whenever there's a flag thrown on kickoffs, it's usually almost always on the return team. But back out comes Brock Purdy with 38 seconds left in this third quarter. Yep, holding on the receiving team. So 10-yard penalty, and where is this going to get marked up? We will see where this gets marked up. Here we go. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. And it's going to be a handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey finds a hole. McCaffrey just short of a first down. What a tackle by Gardner Johnson. Tackles McCaffrey a yard shy of the first down. 2nd and 1 coming up. And was that potentially the last play of the quarter? We will see. 15 seconds left. They're huddled up. They might be able to get one more play off before the end of the third. And here we go. And they will get it off. This is the last play of the quarter, and it's a handoff to McCaffrey, and he picks up the first down and gets it to the 28-yard line. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the third quarter. And we are now, hold on one moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter we go. And yep, Josh Johnson has been ruled out for the game. So now if Purdy gets hurt again, the Niners are they're just fucked. They are officially fucked if Purdy gets hurt again or re-aggravates that elbow injury. But here we go. Oh, hold on. I'm going to turn off my cam for a second because I need to go get a drink real quick. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Feel like I had something in my throat for a second. But anyway, we are now about to come back from commercial break in a second. Philadelphia Eagles are up by 3 scores. Can they hold on for 15 more minutes to make it to their 4th Super Bowl in franchise history? Here we go. First play of the fourth quarter. I formation for the 49ers. Debo is the motion man. And it's going to be a handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey goes, breaks a tackle, but there's a flag thrown on the play. We're going to see what this flag is. probably going to be holding on the Niners, potentially. We're going to see what this is. No, it's on the defense. What was it? It was offsides on the defense. That looked really late. That flag was thrown kind of late for it to have been offsides. But Niners haven't had a lot of breaks today, so they'll take it. Now 1st and 5 at the 33-yard line. Here we go. And it's going to be an end around jet sweep to Debo. Debo trying to get some blockers. Debo able to actually get back to the line of scrimmage somehow when he looked like he was swarmed about 5 yards behind. Somehow was able to wiggle his way at least back to the line of scrimmage. So he actually gained a yard somehow. 2nd and 4 coming up. 49ers are going to have to push the ball down the field right now. I know Purdy isn't 100% with his arm, but if they're going to have a chance, they're going to have to push this football down the field because they have to get into the end zone and fast. Here we go. Handoff to McCaffrey on a 2nd and 4, and he picks up the first down close to the 40-yard line. Christian McCaffrey picks up the first down. And here we go. 1st down and 10, a new fresh set of downs for the 49ers. I don't know how I feel about this overly conservative approach right now, especially considering the Eagles are just going to come back out and just run the ball down your throat. I know you're playing against I know the Niners have a really good run defense, but still, here we go. They fake the toss, and it's a handoff underneath the Kittle. Kittle maintains his balance a little bit, at least just enough to get past the 40. Down to around the 42. It was a gain of about 3 or 4. 2nd down and long coming up. Ugh. Here we go. 2nd and 6. Shotgun formation. Debo is the motion man. Play clock down to 4. And it's going to be a handoff to Debo back on the reverse. And he actually gets upended after a gain of 1. So you're looking at a 3rd and 5 right now. I mean, it's obviously 4 down territory the whole way. Yeah, they've just done nothing but run the football ever since Brock Purdy has come back into the game. They're limited because that arm is still not 100%. They're limited in what they can call. They can't call a lot of shot plays or passing plays, even though they're down 3 scores. Here we go. It's a handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to turn the legs a little bit, but only picks up about 3. He at least gets past the 45. So 4th down coming up. I mean, it's 4 down territory regardless, but look at this. It's only 1 drive into the 4th quarter. You're down 3 scores. We're already at the 11.5-minute mark of the 4th. That I know they have all 3 timeouts, but time is not on their side right now. Time is going against them right now. So I'd at least hurry this up if I were them. Here we go. 4th and 2. Purdy's under center. And it's going to be a pitch play to Debo, and he gets swarmed. He doesn't even get remotely close back to the line of scrimmage. And Avonte Maddox led the charge, and the Eagles are going to take back over. Man, this was just not the Niners' day. This was just not the 49ers' day. The Eagles are going to take the football back over with 10:52 left. Damn. Just just damn. Like it really makes you wonder what would have happened had Purdy not gotten injured on that first drive, even though he's back in the game, but they have not been able to. They haven't called any pass plays. They called one pass play since he's been back in the game, and that was a screen pass. So it's clear he's not healthy enough to be there in the quarterback position right now. And the only reason he's back in there because Josh Johnson's got concussed. And the only other quarterback active would have been Kyle Juszczyk, who's your emergency quarterback and your fullback. So there's really like they had to play Purdy out of necessity, and he's clearly not healthy enough to allow them to open up the playbook. So yeah, man, it sucks. It sucks, but that's the way of the NFL. That's the way of the league. Injuries happen, shit happens. And, it's hard to win in this league, and it's hard to win a Super Bowl. It's hard to even get to the Super Bowl, let alone win it. And plus, it's not every single year you get teams that are this well-rounded and this dominant like the Philadelphia Eagles are. You don't get teams like this every single year. So, but it looks like the 49ers 12-game winning streak is going to come to an end potentially. That's at least how it looks right now, unless there's still over 10 minutes in the game. But if there's one thing that the Philadelphia Eagles are really, really freaking good at, that's saying a lot because they're really freaking good at a lot of things, but they're really good at controlling the clock because they're so good at running the football. They can just control the clock with ease, and they could just kill as much time as possible. But here we go. We're now back from commercial break. 1st and 10. And the Eagles fans they're having a blast right now. They're having a blast right now, and I don't blame them. They're 10 minutes and 52 seconds away from heading back to the Super Bowl. Here you go. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line of San Francisco. Snap. It's a handoff to Kenneth Gainwell. Yeah, don't expect any more passes, really, the rest of this game, to be honest. And you have an Eagle down. That's Landon Dickerson holding his elbow. Well, that's the one thing you don't freaking need if you're the Eagles. It's one of your starting offensive linemen to be holding his arm, writhing in pain. Now, the one good thing though is that if you do suffer any like injuries and you're going to the Super Bowl, you're gonna have 2 weeks for them to get that as healed up as they can. Ugh, I saw it. His arm got caught up slightly and jammed a little bit in the turf. His day's probably done. Probably just hyperextended it a little bit. If it's just a hyperextension, he should be ready to go for the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. But here we go. 2nd and 7. Clock is ticking under 10 and a half. Like I said, do not expect any more passes the rest of this game. And it's going to be another handoff, this time to Gainwell. Gainwell breaks to the outside. Kenneth Gainwell picks up the first down past the 30 and goes down inbounds at the 28-yard line to keep that clock moving. That's what they're doing. They are not going to be running out of bounds, even though it's not under 5 minutes and the clock doesn't automatically stop or completely stop after when you go out of bounds until the 5-minute mark. They are still just going to kill as much time as they possibly can. And here we go. First and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's another handoff to Gainwell. This time he got blown up behind the line of scrimmage by Eric Armstead. Gainwell actually looked like he fought his way back to the original line. Yeah, he did. So it's still 2nd and 10, but we're now approaching the 9-minute mark of this game. And so this is going to be the third NFC Championship game in 4 years for the San Francisco 49ers. And hold on, I'll finish that thought after this play. And Gainwell gets carry, and he gets stopped 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 12 coming up. So the 49ers have been to, this is their 2nd straight conference title game appearance, and this their 3rd conference title game appearance in 4 years. Right? Yeah. 3rd conference title game in 4 years. First appearance they won when they beat the Packers and they made it to the Super Bowl, where they eventually lost to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Last year they made it back to the conference title game, lost to the Rams in Los Angeles as a 3rd and 12. Kenneth Gainwell picks up 2, gets back to the original line, but 4th down coming up, and they're going to be settling for a field goal. But yeah, they made it to the conference championship game last year, lost to the Rams, the eventual Super Bowl champion Rams. There's a flag on the play, though. And this year they made it back, and they just ran into a Philadelphia buzzsaw. Yeah, Dre Greenlaw trying to punch that fucking thing out after the play was already ruled dead. See, like, they all stopped moving it, and he's still punching away trying to get that ball out. And that's going to be another automatic 1st down. They would have settled for a field goal, and that's the theme of today, was just stupid penalties from the best defense in the NFL. And the clock stopped right now. And clock is still moving now. We're now under 8 minutes. It's now 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for the Eagles after the 1st down. And Gainwell loses about 3 or 4 on that carry, excuse me. But I don't think the Eagles care. All they care about right now is just milking as much clock as they possibly can and ride this puppy to Arizona. Just ride this puppy to Arizona. Don't even think about throwing the ball the rest of the game. And here we go. 2nd and 13. Play clock down to 1. They get it off. Hand off to Gainwell again. And actually is able to get positive yardage for once. All the way down to around the 11. 3rd down coming up. But man, I've been saying this all year. I have been saying this nonstop all season long. But this Eagles team is as perfect of a roster as you could possibly assemble. Like, Howie Roseman has done a fantastic job putting this Eagles team together. And not even necessarily having to break the bank on a lot of occasions in order to do it. There we go. Hand off to Gainwell again and gets stopped again. Now I think they're going to have to force a field goal, barring another stupid penalty. And there will not be another stupid penalty. Out comes the field goal unit for a much easier field goal than it initially would have been had Dre Greenlaw not have been a fucking idiot. Here we go. So here's Jake Elliott for a 31-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. Snap ball down, and the kick is good. 31-7. This is almost very reminiscent of when the Eagles beat Vikings years ago in the NFC Championship game to make it to the Super Bowl. Like, that was almost the same situation where the Vikings came in feeling good as well, but the Eagles came in as the number 1 seed, and the Eagles obliterated the Minnesota Vikings. This is not on the same level, but it kind of just feels like it because it never once felt like the 49ers had any momentum. Not in this game did it ever feel like the 49ers had true momentum. So we are now, what was it? I forgot what the time was specifically remaining in this game. Hold on one moment. So it's 5:17 left to go in this game. Eagles are up, what was it, 24 points? Yeah. Eagles are up by 24 points. And, man, it's just, it's just, this was almost as perfect of a performance you could have asked for for the Eagles. And for the 49ers, you could have not had worse luck than they did today. Like, this was the worst day to just have nothing go your way. So, I mean, you kind of saw cracks in the shield last week when they played the Dallas Cowboys. But you kind of wrote it off because you're like, hey, they were playing against a really good Cowboys team, really good Cowboys defense. But today, they just, I know Purdy injury aside, but there's no other way to say it. They just got straight up punched in the mouth. They got punched in the mouth. And the Eagles are now 5 minutes away from going back to the Super Bowl for the first time in 5 years. And now we are less than 40 minutes away from the AFC title game kicking off. Now the question is just, who is their opponent going to be? Is it going to be the Kansas City Chiefs? Or is it going to be the Cincinnati Bengals? Either way, I think we're going to be getting a fun matchup. But here we go. 5:17. Eagles are up 31-7. And you can kind of take the L out of Lova. It's over, brother, I think. And Debo's going to return it. And he actually breaks the tackle at the 15. Actually finds a hole. But he gets gang tackled at the 30. Good return, though, but you're going to need a miracle. And there's more pushing and shoving going on. It's been like this all day. It really has been like this literally since the opening kickoff. There's been pushing and shoving going on literally since the opening kickoff of the game. All right, here we go. 5:07. 1st and 10. And what the fuck? Is that Chris? Okay, Wildcat formation, I think. And yep, end around. And McCaffrey's going to throw it. He's going to pump. He's going to chuck it deep again to fucking nobody. That's intentional grounding for sure. Don't tell me, because Christian McCaffrey has a fucking wristband on. All right, now Purdy comes back, and I was so confused for a second. I was so confused because McCaffrey had a fucking wrist strap. He had a fucking play sheet on his wrist, and I was like, what the fuck? Don't tell me McCaffrey's going to be the quarterback the whole fucking way. But, yeah. Anyway, that was bizarre. Hey, fuck it. Why not? Whip it out now. You didn't get a chance to whip it out all year. Whip it out now. But here we go. 2nd and 10, Purdy. Screen pass to Kittle that gets blown up immediately by Brandon Graham. And I think everyone, I don't think you're going to see another timeout the rest of this game, too. I think at this point, everyone just wants the game to be over. We're just going to wind out this clock. Whip out the hats now, why don't you? Here we go. Purdy under center. Pitch play to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey gets tackled at around the 38-yard line. And more fighting. Jesus Christ. I've never seen a game this chippy. I have literally never seen a game this fucking chippy. I've never seen anything like it. And more punches are thrown. And now the benches have cleared. Now the benches are close to clearing. What in the fuck is happening right now? This is the last thing you wanted to see, man. Because at this point, it's like the game is clearly over. At this point, everyone just wants to get it over with. Let's just turn this off, go straight into the AFC Championship game. But it's just... And Nick Sirianni is hyping up the crowd, like telling the crowd to get in it. Guys got wrestled, then Trent Williams started throwing punches, and it's one thing I always never understood. They have fucking helmets on. What are you throwing punches for? My God. It's just, there are going to be quite a few ejections here, I can imagine. Just to restore order. Now, here's the thing. Like, from San Francisco's point of view, it's like, what the fuck ever. From Philadelphia's point of view, you're less than 4 minutes away from going back to the Super Bowl. You don't want, like, key players potentially getting suspended and not being able to participate in the Super Bowl. Like, you don't want that shit happening. But anyway, here we go. 3:51, and yep, Trent Williams unshockingly has been ejected. Bro, there are so many fucking... And there's Jalen Hurts just just off in the corner like, I'm not going to get anywhere near that. I'm not getting anywhere fucking near that. But here we go. 4th and 3. And off to the locker room. Williams goes. It's now 4th and 3 for the San Francisco 49ers. Not like it matters. Nothing that really, no play that happens from this point on really matters unless it's just to change the scoreboard. But Wallace for the Eagles also got ejected. Here we go. End around to Debo, and Debo breaks the tackle. Oh my God, what a play. What a play by Blankenship. Blankenship, the rookie safety, came in and just upended Debo. I think also maybe forced a fumble, but I don't think it matters. But that was like the perfect stamp on this game. There's still 4 minutes left to go, but that was just like the perfect stamp on the game. And for the 49ers coming into this game, this is painful. There's no other way to say it. Like, this is just a painful way to end the year. Coming into this game on a 12-game winning streak. And yep, Jalen Hurts is no longer in the ball game. It is now Gardner Minshew. Ladies and gentlemen, Gardner Minshew is about to be he's going to be the backup, but he's going to be a quarterback in the Super Bowl. There's some people out there that's going to be happy that Gardner Minshew is going to have a chance to get a Super Bowl ring. There's some people out there that I think are going to be really happy about that. But anyway, Jeffrey Lurie, Howie Roseman, all on the sideline right now. 2nd and 5. I don't think play call or down distance really matters right now. Here we go. Handoff to Boston Scott, who goes nowhere. Some of the 49ers starters are still out there. This could be man. For the 49ers, they were such a good team to come into this game and yet just get straight up punched in the mouth like this. It's got to be a tough pill to swallow. It really does. Here we go. 3rd and 6. I'm not expecting another pass the rest of this game. And yep, hand off to Boston Scott. And Scott's going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down. And that'll be the last play before the 2-minute warning. And when we get back from the 2-minute warning, it's going to be a Jake Elliott field goal attempt. Man. And like they always say, you hear players and coaches who used to be in the league and they always say like it's more stressful and more painful of a defeat to lose in a conference championship game rather than playing and losing in the Super Bowl. Because in the Super Bowl, it's at least, all right, we at least made it to our goal. We know we're good enough to make it to our goal. And things just didn't go our way. It's another thing, though, for when you are in the conference title games, 1 game away from your goal, and you come up short. That is more painful, and that hurts a lot more than losing in the Super Bowl. Because, like I said, in the Super Bowl, it's like, hey, at least we made it here. In the Super Bowl, in the conference title games, like, you have to go the whole offseason like we were so close to getting there. And then because it's more painful. It's not as painful for you to be like, man, had this couple things have gone our way, we probably would have won. We probably would have won the Super Bowl had these one or two things gone our way. That to me is less painful than going the whole offseason being like, man, if that was us in that game, we probably would have won. That to me is more painful. And now the 49ers are going to have to go the rest of the offseason and see if the Eagles lose in the Super Bowl to whether it's Kansas City or Cincinnati. The Niners are going to have to go the rest of the year being like, damn, had that been us, we probably would have won. Like it's a brutal league, man. It's a brutal league. It's hard to win a Super Bowl. It really is hard. It's hard to make it to a Super Bowl, let alone win one. And the Eagles, they're not even going to bother. They're just going to go for it because fuck it, why not? And Gainwell picks up a first down, and that's it. I mean, it's been over. It's been over really since the start of the fourth quarter. And there's not going to be another timeout the rest of this game. And the Philadelphia Eagles, their first ever Super Bowl appearance was back in 1980 when Ron Jaworski was the starting quarterback. They lost in that game to the Oakland Raiders. Their second appearance wasn't until the new millennium in 2004, where they just came up short against the New England Patriots. And then their third appearance was 13 years later in 2017 against the New England Patriots once again. And that was the franchise's first and to this day only Super Bowl victory. And now you can add a new year to that list. Philadelphia, your 2022 Philadelphia Eagles are heading back to the Super Bowl for the first time in 5 years. The fourth Super Bowl appearance in franchise history. Off to Arizona they go. Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman. This has just been a masterclass of a team. And now we are less than just over 20 minutes away from finding out who their opponent is going to be. And I will hop on to get that stream started in just a second. So I will be back. Stick around because I will be back for the start of the stream of the AFC title game to determine who the opponent of the Philadelphia Eagles in Arizona